Welcome back, all you Fabricant and Fleshbags, to the super, not funny show reviews. And today we're going to be reviewing the 7th episode of Only Murders in the Building Season 2. And it's entitled Flipping the Pieces. So, was it good? Was it bad? And should you be watching? It's a Mabel-centric episode this time. Well, not completely, but it's very much all eyes are on Mabel because in the previous episode, she was shown on film on social media, stabbing Glitter Guy on the subway, Bloody Mabel as they want to call her, thanks to that other podcast, Only Murderers in the Building. And so this was a very much about Mabel trying to come to grips with the fact that, hey, something's happened and she kind of blacked out. And this is a pattern in her life before. So it starts out with a kind of a cool little, framing device with, her mental landscape of doing puzzles. And you get to see, as we've seen that in this season, sort of why each of the trio are actually kind of good at this whole true crime murder mystery thing. The fact that her dad, she and her dad would do puzzles, and he sort of related puzzle solving to solving any kind of problem or mystery. And you get to see her dad and her connection to him, and you also get to see, what surprisingly, a different side of Theo Demas. That's right. Theo Demas sort of comes to the rescue to help her out when she seems to have sort of lost time, I guess you can say, in a traumatic event. And she gets to, Mabel finds out that she's, she did this thing and she doesn't remember, but she needs to find her bag and the bloody thumbprint matchbook and all that stuff. And also, maybe figure out Glitter Guy. And I really like this because, well, this episode was, first of all, was pretty great because, I always like to dive into characters anyway. You think you know people, you learn a bit more about who they are. But as much as this was about Mabel, this was also in a way about Theo, who is on going to be on trial for murder and doing all sorts of stuff. And Mabel has all sorts of reasons to not like him. She decks him, but he's actually is there to help. So maybe he's a good guy, misunderstood. And this is a great opportunity for them to sort of, I don't want to say bury the hatchet, but sort of, make peace with their past with each other, and that maybe they don't know each other as well as they could. I really liked the fact that, Theo, you sort of see something important about him, which is that his father is terrible, but also a good father because he doesn't realize that, he unconsciously doesn't realize that ASL is not, not many people know that. So he's so used to just being able to freely communicate with his dad. But you get a nice little, mystery, clue tracking down bit with Theo and Mabel as they go to Coney Island. And, the very sheltered and definitely on house arrest, or at least ankle monitor, Theo being willing to take her out there to help, to sort of show, that I guess he's not all a bad guy, but also he gets to live a little and see Coney Island for the first time. And, Mabel gets to, sort of track down her guy. And I really just liked how their interaction, their spending time, sort of working on this clue, really, I guess, reconciled the relationship a bit. And we also see that Mabel, she uses, or she, sort of loses time in stressful situations, going back to her dad's cancer and how she dealt with it, but also that she can overcome and that she's actually a very strong, individual, and the fact that she's able to confront, the attacker and probably the murderer or whatever, the Glitter Guy, she says. And at the same time, all that is happening. Of course, we have Oliver and Charles, who are, we meet the detective again. We meet the detective from the first season who's been sort of out, Detective Williams. with her, her new son, and you get the good Steve Martin, and Martin Short sort of back and forth in the bathroom. That's all fun stuff. But I really enjoyed seeing Detective Williams back. I was missing her in this season. I'm glad to see her back and doing her thing. I really liked actually in that scene Martin Short as Oliver doing the whole dad thing and being reminded that hey, he still has that thing going on with the DNA test in his son. And so when this all comes together, and it ends in a very dramatic fashion with with the blackout and with the revelation that whoever this glitter guy is has been following them and knows who Lucy is, and that Lucy's a target. And so it gives them some necessary peril, some stakes in the game. Besides, oh, we don't want to get found guilty of murder or whatever. But actually, there's some actual peril to some other characters, and I really enjoy that. I really like the way they're kind of ramping that up. And I have to be honest, I still don't know who the hell is doing this. I mean, theoretically, it could be a guy. I personally am of the opinion that it's more than one person, just because of some things that were going on that I noticed. But I'm terrible at spotting clues, so I don't know. I'm just having a lot of fun with this show, and I'm having a lot of fun with how they're building the characters out, how they're showing mystery bits. It's very funny in all of its ways, but also very heartfelt. And I'm not doing a good Scooby-Doo job, but that's fine because I'm pretty sure that just finding out along the way is going to be just as fun. So anyway, what did you guys think about this episode, which I personally enjoyed quite a bit? And what do you guys? Who do you think did it? Or, give me your ideas, give me your comments, suggestions, all that stuff down in the comment section. Or of course, you can always hit me up supernotfunnyshow@gmail.com or at supernotfunnys1 on Twitter, and we'll chop it up. Talk about this show. We got only a few more episodes left, so episode 10 is going to be the season finale. So can't wait. Next week is episode 8, and we'll come back and talk about it then. Until then, I've been Mo de Poupée, your resident fabricant and comic extraordinaire on all things pop culture. And I'll see you guys on the other side of the thread. Peace.